benefited him, no doubt, as he runs in third. Just ahead of Florian Peschon and Sahi Pohodia in the McLaren and Honda cars respectively, and Pohodia is in the toe of Peschon. He pulls out, Pohodia is on the outside, going into turn 1, the last of the late breakers. Oh, Pohodia is through, or is he? And he is!
Michael!
I see by us, Borna Spoljaric is pitted!
And he's coming out right in front of Pumalainen.
Yep. Oh! Yes, he's forced to back off there from Johanni Alman and James Anderson, but you're right there, Jack. Borna Spoljaric has rejoined just in front of Pumalainen as he go on board with Vigo Pumalainen in the BMW Sauber. Well, we must note and stress that the cars in front are not lapped traffic. This is the battle for position here, as Spoljaric is desperately trying to get by the Red Bull of Alman and Pumalainen. So tried to go down the outside of Spoljaric there, but couldn't quite make it stick into the Junkow. And on the run up to the start-finish straight. Now that BMW is quick in a straight line, but Spoljaric will get the benefit of the toe from Johanni Alman. Now what is going to happen here? And Spoljaric's in the toe, he pulls out of Alman. Don't outbreak yourself, Borna. And he doesn't. And oh no! Vico's trying to pass Alman there, but unfortunately just clipped him there. But hopefully no front wing damage done. And now Spoljaric is challenging Anderson in the turn 4. But Anderson stands his ground and holds it firmly there.
Now we've got two FSR hotheads up against each other now. Spoljaric, a very rash move. He needs to remember he's battling for the race lead. All these guys in front of him, I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe not. Maybe some of them pitted under the safety car. It's really difficult to tell. With that second safety car, it's really thrown the pit stop strategies into chaos. Because Gilmore is now way out in front, and we're hopefully going to try and research who has stopped and who has not stopped at the moment. So Borna Spoljaric then.
Spoljaric has just passed James Anderson, so that's Spoljaric up to 5th place, so just ahead of us, Peschon has spun! Florian Peschon in the McLaren Mercedes has spun at turn 1, and he's dropped down to 8th place now, and he's got going again. So it's unfortunate for Peschon there. He's down to 8th place. And I believe Jack can update us with the round of pit stops, or how many stops the drivers have made here today at Interlagos.
Well, I certainly can inform you of that, but whether it makes the pit stop strategies any clearer, Michael, I'm not entirely sure. The leader, Ryan Gilmore, has stopped twice, so if he's on a 2-stopper, that's worked out quite well. Now, if I remember correctly, he pitted very early, and then pitted under the safety car, so it's possible he's fueled to the end. But I'm not entirely sure, and Borna Spoljaric now is right up behind Pohodia in 4th position, and these two could be battling as they exit the final corner now, closing in on Patrick DeWitt, and Spoljaric isn't quite close enough to get into the toe of the Honda, which of course was a race-winning car this year, and again I'm wrong, he has got the toe of Pohodia, and he's very brave on the brakes, and he's going to have a look around the outside. He's gone, wow! Incredibly late on the brakes, Spoljaric. Very impressive driving from the young Croatian.
Absolutely, Jack. Although not wanting to take anything away from Borna, he's got a superior car. And Pumalainen has just passed James Anderson. No, he hasn't. Anderson is shot back in front of him into turn 4. So they're holding station at the moment, but for how long? Pumalainen, he's charging up the inside. You ain't going to get by there, Mikko. And he's, as you can see there, he's lost a few car lengths to James Anderson now, who is in turn trying to close up on Johanni Alman in the Red Bull Ferrari just ahead of us.
The battle for second is hotting up. Spoljaric is continuing his charge through the field after those pit stops more effectively than Pumalainen, as we see, but he's now right up behind Patrick DeWitt I daren't say if he can get the toe or not because I'm usually wrong, and it looks to me, well, I'm not even going to guess. He's right up behind Patrick DeWitt in second position. DeWitt, who's already been involved in one incident down in turn 1, will he be involved in another? Spoljaric moves to the outside. We know he's incredible on the brakes. DeWitt holds his own on the inside, but he runs wide, and Spoljaric will get a better slingshot out of turn 3 and down towards Desida do Lago. Right up behind. Look at that. How close can you be? Not much closer without contact side by side. Down to Desida do Lago. Spoljaric's got the straight line speed. DeWitt doesn't have an answer into turn 4, and Spoljaric is up to second place.
And Florian Pesson is out of this race with an engine blow-up, I'm being told. His car has already been moved to the side, back into the garages, but as Borna, Florian Pesson is out of the Brazilian Grand Prix with an engine failure, so not good news for Mercedes there.
Nope, for sure. That's another engine failure we've seen today. Probably just inexperience with this mod means that the guys aren't quite sure what sort of radiator and boost settings to use, and Pesson obviously pushing after he was fastest of anyone in Quali 2. In what feels like a lifetime ago now, in Quali 2 he was fastest of anyone, and his teammate is leading. So Pesson, don't think he'll be very happy with the race. He did, of course, create that huge start line crash that saw the first race abandoned.
Indeed. As you mentioned about inexperience of the mod, Jack, also Sean Stroud, who is a member of CTDP, has had quite a lot of hands-on experience with this mod. I mean, his engine still blew up as well, so it might not necessarily be a hands-on experience thing with the mod, Jack.
Oh, that's interesting, actually. So what do you think it could be?
Well, I think the safety car appearance has not helped the engine cooling, that's sure. We had 2 of them in this race, I believe, and of course, Borna really did slow the pack right down to about, looked like about 30 miles per hour on our screens here before getting the green flag. And no doubt the engines would have been quite a lot of heat build up in there, and then rapidly being cooled down again. Then obviously when the safety car came out again, and more heat builds up in these engine radiators.
Well, that's a very logical argument there, Michael, as we see on board with Mikko Puumalainen closing in on Johanni Alman. We can see the sparks flying from that Red Bull in front, and Pohodnia and DeWitt are also having a... no, sorry, not Pohodnia and DeWitt. Pohodnia was just defending from Alman, so we've got a 3-way battle going on now for what is 4th place. Pohodnia, I'm not quite sure how he's managed to be there. The 2 safety cars have obviously helped him quite substantially as they come down into turn 4. Desida do Lago. Spoljaric is on the hunt for Ryan Gilmore further up the front, but we'll stick with this battle because it's about to become a 4-way with Patrick DeWitt falling into the grasp of Pohodnia. So this is going to be a fantastic battle, let's hope, anyway, as Puumalainen runs a little wide.
Okay, let's go on board with the rear-facing camera we have on Patrick DeWitt's Super Aguri Honda. We're going to step aside from our mics for a moment and let you listen to the wonderful sounds of the Honda V8. Oh, sorry to interrupt with the onboard action. We have a retirement. Johannes Kunkel has retired from this race with an engine blow-up. He's currently parked in the back part of the circuit somewhere. He's in 15th place at the moment. He shouldn't bring the safety car out. Although his car is parked right in the braking zone of the corner just behind there, Jack.